This video, we're going to be taking a look at a couple things that are concerning to me as a 7 Leason's Origin player, and I will be trying Everness to Everness, but there are two things that I wanted to go over that I think are worth taking a look at. Now, this video is not me saying or even comparing the two games, because obviously it's not out yet, and I have not played the beta, so these are just preliminary concerns I have with the game. So first thing is, on 7 Leason's Origins, you can actually go ahead and craft the strongest weapons for a specific character, so every time a new character comes out, we have a weapon that comes with them, and almost anybody can actually get that weapon. You just have to make sure you progress far enough in the story. It will let you craft it, and if you need some help, there's co-op, so you can work with other people and they'll help you get that weapon. It is obviously different from how Neverness Taverness works with a banner. You have to do, I believe it's 80 pulls, right, to guarantee the weapon you want. I know at the beginning they are kind of generous, so you're looking to get probably two weapons pretty easily. That is not an issue, but over time, like, I don't know if they're going to keep the economy the same, where obviously the first couple weeks is the honeymoon period, and whatever we saw at the beta in terms of pulls, rewards, generosity might not necessarily translate over. And that was the case with 7 Leason's Origin. With the beta, you had tons and tons of pulls, but it turned out, the economy currently is absolute dog water. And I think they're going to buff it, right? We're going to have more pulls, but that's something to keep in mind, where if you have the economy kind of split, obviously the character is the main focus. I know that, but the banner is something you probably want to maximize a character's strength. So I will probably try and reroll for Nanali, which is the first limited banner character for NTE, and then I will save the rest for Hotori, because I think I like her design more. So again, weapon banner, I just don't personally like that. Some people may not have an issue with this, but that's just my personal opinion, because the way the weapon system works, they had a weapon banner in 7 Sin's Origin, and they ended up taking it out, which I think was a great decision, because now you only have to have players spend on one thing, and if you manage to get them to spend, then you can still make a lot of money, right? Then the second thing I want to talk about is combat, and I think there is a little bit of an issue for me personally with, again, combat. This is not about the game being at fault. This is just something that I personally do consider when I play video games, because like, the open world stuff will get boring at one point, just because you do everything there is to do. You get all the chests and rewards and missions and everything. And then what the game comes down to is still going to be combat. So this was one of the main reasons I ended up quitting Arknight Enfields, because the combat is just so boring. You have one skill and you have one ultimate, and then you have your basic attack. It's just terrible. It's just button mashing, no skill, no nothing. And NTE is kind of the same way. You have one basic attack, you have one skill, and you have one ultimate. I think there might be some stuff to do with dodging and stuff, which you can trigger, but that is the base of it, right? Now, if there were two skills, then that would still be interesting. But if we go over to 7 Sin's Origin, you have three basic attacks for three different weapons, right? I mean, one each, but I'm combining all of them. You have six skills. So these are two for each weapon, one normal skill, one special skill, and then we have three ultimates. So you can mix match each weapon set. You can't change up the skills, but each weapon has a different skill set, and you can use that with different teams, right? So for Escanor currently in the game, his holy team is not the same as his fire teams, and it looks a lot different. And we have a lot of fun switching things up and making different teams, and that adds a lot of variety to the gameplay. Like, of course, there's the daily gameplay loops where you go ahead and mine platinum and gather the resources you need every day, but outside of that, the main focus of the game is going to be combat, right? In my opinion. So, again, Neverness combat personally looks really boring. I don't know if I will be able to enjoy it, but still, the character designs in Neverness, I do like them a lot. We just have to wait and see until the game releases to see the economy, because right now, one thing that Origins is doing horribly on is the economy. We have basically like terrible pull economy, where maybe you're getting 5 to 10 pulls at most. No, not even 10. Forget 10. Probably getting like 7 to 8 pulls at most every week. So maybe five is guaranteed, but the rest is you have to like scrounge them up somehow. After the honeymoon period with the free to plays, I am sure everybody's struggling. So this game, I mean, I think will definitely bring some players away from Origins, but also bring people from Everness to Origins because it's kind of similar type of games. NT is more about lifestyle game. I know that, but people are going to be looking for open worlds. So let's see what either of these games do. If you guys didn't know, the developers for NTE were actually the developers for Tower of Fantasy. And I'm sure some of you guys remember what a hot mess the release was, and then they had to do a bunch of stuff to try and fix it. I don't know where the game is at now currently, but that's something to keep in mind. Of course, Netmarble's history is not that great either. We know how their games tend to go. We have, I think, Tower of God is one game, and then Nino Kuni. So they have games that are good in terms of gameplay, and then they go ahead and just get so greedy. And like, I just don't understand. Like, solo leveling, good game, also kind of greedy. So they get so greedy, and then they wonder why the games don't work out. So just something to think about. Let me know if you're going to be playing Neverness to Everness. I would recommend, if you're new to my channel, do not subscribe for Neverness to Everness content, because I'm not sure if I'm going to really be making content on it. Origins is just a game I really like, so I'm going to be focusing on that. Other than that, take care. I'll see you probably if I post a video tonight. Bye bye, guys.